Hi, and welcome. We're the Weasley sisters. I'm Jessica, also known as Naturally Nitty, and this is our 292nd episode.
It is. Sorry, I am fooling around.
I was like,
Welcome
is it delayed?
to our monthly podcast. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, you guys. I am trying to close all my tabs. Okay, sorry. Hi, I'm Allena, also known as Starnets. Today is February 1st, and you would think since it's our
Oops.
292nd podcast, I would be better at this, but I'm obviously not. This is our
Sorry.
monthly podcast. If this is your first time watching, welcome. If you're a regular, thanks for coming back. Our show notes will be posted after this on the Weasley Sisters podcast.wordpress.com.
Boom. So grab your knitting, pull up a chair, and craft along with us.
Yes.
All right.
And sorry, I was a hot mess.
That's okay. We all are, right?
Okay. Do you have any mojo? I have a
I do.
whole ton.
I have one thing, so I'll go first.
Okay.
I knit a sweater. It's called the Patterns Bracken. It wasn't mine. Our sister-in-law, Lauren, she can't knit anymore because she's got more than tendonitis, something in her arm. She can't knit. She used to knit. She can't. She spun this yarn years ago. We actually dyed it. And then she was injured. Or not injured. She just couldn't knit. So here's the yarn. Oh, my lighting in here is crap. It's like so washed out. Anyways, she had this hand spun and she wanted a sweater for Luna, our niece, out of it. So she's 6, so but she wanted to size 8. So I made the size 8 patterns called Bracken.
That's so cute.
So you knit it basically inside out because the right side of the fabric is a purl side. It's pretty cool.
Really? That's interesting.
And it makes it, let me see if I can find another picture. You use like a really large, like, so it was bulky yarn.
Okay.
But I used, I think it was a size 15 and a size 8, and you switch
Really?
every other row. So it like creates this ribbed almost looking pattern on the wrong side, on the purl side. So it has just this like really squishy texture to it, and with hand spun too, it turned out like super cute. But it's a lot cuter in person. I didn't even post. I need to post on Instagram the finished pictures. I think I did a post when I was knitting it. It knit up super quick. I think I knit it in like a week or two. And like a size, I think I did 8 or 10.
The advantage for knitting for small people.
Yes, I know. I was like, I love this. It was so fun.
I don't knit for my children anymore.
And
Just
then
kidding.
Leah. So then, yeah. Anyway, so I finished that. I also technically finished. I have this in my work in progress thing, but I finished Joe's sweater. I finished the knitting
Yay!
portion of it.
Yay!
It's all done. The button band, the shawl collar.
Just in time for the heat wave that is Wisconsin right now.
I know. We had like a week of winter.
Yeah. I'm not complaining though.
But yeah, so I need to, it was steeked because I knit it in the round, right? I need to cover up the steeked edges. I sewed it, I reinforced it with my sewing machine. I don't know if you can see like that thing. So I have ribbon that, yeah, I just did a zigzag stitch before I cut it. But I'm gonna attach a grosgrain ribbon just over it, and I'm gonna put these buttons on it. Oops.
Very cool.
They're just from Joann's, but I thought they would look nice on there, manly and whatnot. But yeah, the knitting portion is all done. I just need to do the finishing touches. It's been done for like a couple weeks now. I just need to like get my butt in gear. Anyways, that's all the finished stuff I have. So you're up.
Okay, I have a lot of finished items.
I
So
see
first
that.
of all, I finished all the ornaments that I made. So here's the first batch. And then
So
I made
fun.
like 3 more. Let me see if I can find the pictures. But I actually have one here because the lady who I made it for is a snowbird. Sorry, crinkle.
Oh,
And she is actually in Florida right now, so I have to mail it to her or just wait. And I was just using leftover um sock yarn.
soccer?
So this one is the one that I'm giving her. She likes teal.
So cute.
And then if you look, um, see this hook? I got these from Timu,
So cute.
and it's like star shaped for your thing. And then I made a little tassel to hang on there. So this is a pattern that a lady that I work with, she wrote it, and then she had a class, and I just was like, I love that. I'm totally gonna make it. And then I made a bunch.
That's
Like
awesome.
11 or 12 of them to be in fact. Anyways, then I last minute, as you do before Christmas, I was like, I'm gonna make the teachers I work with cowls. And I'm like, and I don't want to go buy yarn. I'm going to use hand spun. So I went through my hand spun and I made some drop stitch cowls. Here's one.
Nice.
So it was like a brown. Here's a like a brown hand spun that I didn't like, and I was using like bulky to worsted. Some of them I had to hold double. Those two I didn't. This one I held it with itself. It's like a grayish green, and there's a little bit of yellow in there. And then this one was just like a clown colored one. To me, it looks clown.
Clown.
Blues and oranges and pinks and
Yeah.
reds. Um, and then let me see if I have a picture of. And then I made one more, just green with some polypay that I got from Wisconsin sheep and wool that I spun up, and it was the most beautiful green in the world. Okay. Then I have one guy teacher that I have two guy teachers. One is my husband, so he didn't count. Other one, I mean, he counts, but I knit him stuff all the time. I made fingerless mitts for him, and I had
Cool.
some Rowan cocoon, I think it is called, in this like heathery gray. So I just made those fingerless mitts out of them, and that was like an Aran weight, I think, maybe worsted. It was probably worsted or Aran. They call it Aran, but it's worsted. So
Hmm.
I did that. Okay, fingerless mitts, ornaments. Oh, okay. So now then I made just this, and that was in the end of December. Oh, here's the other ornaments that I made. You can
Very
see the
cool.
one that I showed you at the top left. So
Those are so cute.
yeah. And then I made this soap holder because like you get down to the end of your soap and it's too small to fit in your hangy thing, at least at my hangy thing. So I made this crocheted soap holder,
Very cool.
and I actually have it. I haven't like used it yet. Anyways, I mean it has soap in it, but I haven't. Anyway, so I made that. Let me see. Oh, and then I've been putting together a Solar and Sunshine Committee blanket.
Blanket.
I ran out of um squares. So I made some squares. And I've been working through that 200 crochet block book. So this is one called the Willow Square. And then this one, you can't see it, but it is like a bubblegum pink. Is the Gothic square, and then this is the lemon stripe square. So I made those, and then I'll talk about the work in progress. So then I still am making stuff. I made this jellyfish.
That's
Again,
so
my
cute.
friend who made the ornament pattern is going to be teaching a class on amigurumi, and
That's
she
cute.
made this pattern. If you go to my Instagram, I have like a thing where I turn it, but you can see like there's some crocheted tentacles, but then there's also just some like hanging down. So it's a
Fun.
really fun pattern, and yeah, that's the end of my mojo, which was a lot.
That is a lot. That's
I
crazy.
So, do you have any works in
Crazy.
progress?
I do. I happen to be working on one right now. Um, so I finished Luna that sweater for Luna, and Leah was home for a whole month from college, and she's like, "If you need a project to make, I kind of want a Weasley sweater." And I said, "Okay." So she's like, "But it has to be soft," and in her eyes, soft is not wool, which does not make my heart happy. It makes me sad because
Yeah.
wool can be soft, and I love wool. But whatever. So we went to Joann's and she picked out this um oh golly, what is it? Big twist acrylic. That's all it is. Acrylic.
Is it Tweety?
Yes, it's Tweety and it's in the colorway plum. So it's a little more purpley, but she pulled up pictures from the movies and it looks more like Ron's sweater color. I think. Anyways, so
That's
that's
cool.
that.
Very
So I'm following the book. I have what is it? Charm knits.
Yeah.
I have it. Let me grab my bag. Um, yeah, yeah, from Charm Knits, my old beat up copy. I'm loosely following the pattern. I actually, what I did is I drew. You can't even see the stupid light. Sorry, I measured a favorite sweatshirt of hers that she likes the fit of, and I measured like the length and like width and like figured out her size from that, um, of how she wanted it to fit. So I'm just about to split so this pattern has you do front and backs, but I don't do that. I just wanted to knit in the round. But I'm gonna stop probably in another inch or so and then go back and forth for the front and then the back and do the arms and pick up for the arms and knit down. Um, and I think I'm just gonna do duplicate stitch for the letter because otherwise you have to do intarsia. And I did that once, and that I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that. What do you think I want to do? I can't even
I would say probably duplicate stitch. It would look neater.
neater. That's what I was thinking. So I happen to have
Only because
um
I've done the intarsia and it was not fun.
right, I did. I think this one, yeah, yeah, this one is. So like if you look at the inside, this is Truban's when he was a baby. Um
So tiny.
I know I made all the kids little ones. Um so intarsia, but there you can see there's like tons of ends all over that you have to like
Yeah.
mess with, and I just don't want to. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. But yeah, actually, I need to measure it. I'd probably be able to start that once we're done podcasting. I put in a faux seam. I just did a pearl. I can't even hold this open. A pearl stitch at the front of each side, just so that it would like. Because sometimes if you knit in the round and it kind of makes it lay funky.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought I'd do that. But I will say, um, just having stockinette stitch, like it does roll a whole lot.
Yeah. Did you not put a thing at the bottom? Like a little,
Like what?
like a pearl knit pearl bumps?
No, because the pattern just has you knit.
Oh,
Like that's how it is in the like the movie, the books,
is
or
it?
not the books. Yeah, they're just like a rolled hem.
Oh, I guess that works.
Um, and I asked her, I'm like, "Do you want ribbing at the bottom?" And she's like, "No." I'm like, "Okay." So that's what I did. Um, Joe's home from work. Sorry. Um, anyways, though I had to buy yarn. One of them was not the same dye lot,
Oh,
and
that's
I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. Maybe just hope I have to use it for the sleeves and like
yeah.
I don't know.
Are they like super? Is it super
No,
18?
let me see. You can kind of like I could tell in the store a little bit.
Oh yeah, maybe you should go every couple of rows with other color. But you already have half of the sweater knit.
I know. That's why I'm hoping I can just like do the arms with it or something.
But then it's
Or
gonna look
maybe
like
I know that was the only ones that was left, and I was like, oh,
well, after this, you tell me what color it is, and I'll check my Joann's.
okay.
Because I have to go pick up interfacing anyways.
You don't. They wouldn't have the same dye lot though, would they? As
Maybe.
like somewhere far away.
You never know. It's not
Because
that far. It's like an
I
hour.
went back. I went back, and they had more, but then they were like completely different dye lots. So I was like, well, whatever. They're
Okay.
not. It's really not that bad, but you can check if you want. I don't know. Can you
Okay, I
tell?
will. We'll talk about it later. Anything else that you're working on?
I have that boneyard shawl, but I haven't really touched it in forever, so no.
Oh, I have some of those. They're called hibernating.
I have yeah. I have I think I showed baby hats last time,
I think
I
so.
believe. I gifted some out. A couple of people had babies, and there's a few more people having babies soon, so I might have to knit another hat or two. But that's not actually in the works. So that has nothing to do with whips. Anyways. I'm not even looking at my show notes. Let me see. La la la. No, I just have to put the ribbon over Joe's button band so he can actually wear his sweater. That's it for me. What about you?
So I am
You're
currently working on these cute
Aww.
fingerless uh flip top mitts
They're
for
so
Aspen,
cute.
obviously, because they're
Mm.
small. But I borrowed from a friend. She has this totally cool thing. Um, it makes I cords, and you just clamp it onto the table, and you go, and it makes an I cord. And like this took me like 2 seconds
That's awesome.
instead of knitting an I cord. So
Is
I
it
made
like you go like this?
yeah, it's like a knitting machine, but it's for an I cord, and it's not like those ones that I have one. It looks like a clown or whatever, and you do it by hand. It is
Right.
legit cranks. So I did that, and it was really cool. So that I'm using. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I'm using wacky sacky yarn. Let's see if I can find the tag. So this one is this one. It's wacky sacky, and I got it at the knitting store. And this one, and they're self striping, and this is obviously what the pattern is, but it was $9. Super cool. I got it at Fox River Fibers.
Very cute.
Oh yeah, so I just have to finish the thumb, and then I will give it to Aspen. I'm also currently working on this is my purse knitting, so I'm not like super hard working on it. Mainly I work on it when I'm working at Shepherd's. My purse socks. So I just started the heel. I'm doing toe up socks with a difference, and I'm just started the instep increases, but on the heel, the toe up socks do, and that is also wacky sacky. This one,
That's really really pretty yarn.
this colorway is absurd aqua, and the other one kind of reminds me of Legos. The one I picked for Aspen, it just reminds me of Legos. So that's what I'm working on. So like I said, I just started at the heel, the instep increase or whatever it's called. And then I'm also working on a crocheted project. I'm testing a pattern for my friend who, her name's Danielle. She is going to be teaching a class on this plant. So I'm trying to get a sample in the shop for it and test the pattern for her. It's like purl of strings. Oops, wait, this way.
Sorry.
Amigurumi. So you kind of, it's not really amigurumi, it's just like a crocheted plant.
That's
So
cool.
you make the dirt ball and then you shove it in a pot or a cup or a mug, and then you make the plant part, which I'm on the dirt part because I'm making a little bit longer because I have the like an actual like tall pot. It's in the other room, so I don't have to show you. So that's what I'm like currently working on. But they've been in progress, and today is the first, so I need to start something completely new for the house cup. And I don't know what that will be. But that's the only whips that I'm like actually actively currently working on. I have some like sweaters in my queue. So remember that Hermione sweater that I made, and then the hood was too big and the arms I couldn't decrease fast enough and have it look good. That I have in progress, and it's like just sitting
This
there.
one?
Yeah, so I think I finally decided I'm gonna frog that and knit that for Fox Sake sweater. But I'm gonna steek it and then make that a cardigan with that yarn.
I also took my arms out. I need to redo them. Like, how long ago was that?
It's been like 10 years, to tell you the truth. So there's that. And then I have a brown sweater that I was knitting the Shalom cardigan with. And I just kind of, it's been sitting there for so long and I kind of fell out of love with it. So I think I'm going to take that yarn and make it into something else as well. So yeah.
Cool.
I also have like sweater quantities of stuff I've spun. So I have those sweaters. I don't know, but that's not really a month project for me. Like if I'm making a sweater,
Takes
it
longer.
takes me a lot longer than a month. So yeah. Anyways, let's talk about spinning. Have you been spinning anything?
No, nothing.
No, I have.
Not at
So
all.
over Christmas, I was spinning because I actually like had time, and then I got to sit down and spin, and I missed it so much. So I finally finished plying all of my CVM and washed it. I have 9 skeins.
Woo. It's a lot.
One is a really small skein, but I have over 1,300 yards, and it's a true 3-ply, and they're like, I think they're 8 wraps per inch. Or no, it's bulky.
Is that bulky?
No, because 8 is like Aaron. Let me see. What did I cut? What is it? The wraps per inch. Oh, I didn't write it on this one. Anyway, so these are all of them.
Beautiful.
I'm going to use it for the Son of a Stitch and Bitch book. In there's a pattern called Smoking by Jared Flood. And I'm going to knit it for Andy. And it calls for like bulky or Aaron weight. And that's what this weight is.
Nice.
So, I think it calls for bulky. And this is
it
like
a sweater, a cardigan? What?
Yeah, it's like a smoking cardigan kind of thing.
Oh,
so I'm
okay.
gonna get that for Andy eventually. Not right now. But I finished that. And then at Christmas time, I was finishing this zombie knitpocalypse mashup. I did like a mashup class, and we ended up just trading yarn, and this is what I ended up with. And I did this as a chain ply, and I got about 200 yards.
Huh.
So it's just like random yarns that people brought and we traded. So that was fun. And then I did a mashup. So I mashed up a Gwen Aaron bat with this like grape pomace dyed. It was like a gray purple color. And so this was the result of both of them. And I got, and it's a Tarji silk bamboo and merino bamboo. One was merino bamboo, one was Tarji. I got 450 yards, and 15 wraps per inch. So sport weight, no, 15, yeah, sport weight. So that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had leftover of the Gwen Erin one, which was these colors. I don't know if you can see them. It's like a muted purple, like a dusty purple and green and like a dusty teal, but like darker, and then like
Mm-hmm.
a lighter green. And so then I did this with a 3-ply, and I also got 15 wraps per inch, and this one's 184. So I figured I could still use them together
Yeah.
because they're the same weight. So yeah, so that's the spinning that I finished. And then my birthday happened in January. So for my birthday, I got this vintage
So
train
cute.
case. That's the
Love it.
back. This is the front. So, vintage train case. I cleaned it. It smells good. Well, it doesn't smell good. So, I also got this one.
That one's cute too.
I kind of like this one a little bit better. This one came with, it had like a container, like a top tray. Okay, so look, my electric eel wheel fits inside along with what I'm currently spinning.
That's awesome.
It has, because these were like made for cosmetics or whatever, there's like pockets. Let me see, where's my hand? There's pockets in here, like attached to it. And so I like put all the stuff,
That's very
you
cool.
know. I have to take the base off. So the
I was to say your electric wheel is a lot smaller than mine, right? Like mine wouldn't fit in something like that.
it might, we'll take measurements and talk later because I do have two, so I could give you one.
Mm.
Um, so I take this off. So this has it like where you put the battery in and it sits under the wheel. So I took this off and it fits in there perfectly. And then obviously you can see what I'm like currently spinning.
It's beautiful.
So
That orange in it, Allena. I'm
I
surprised.
know it was a I don't know where I put it. Oh, here it is. It was a Moon Rover.
That's very her. Yeah.
It was a Moon Rover Fiber Club 2015 hanging around. So I thought I would spin it up. And I'm actually doing it as a fractal spin because I'm going to teach a fractal spinning class at the shop. So this month I'm teaching a mashup class. Hopefully people sign up. I taught last month, January, I taught a learn to spin. So I taught a lady how to use her wheel, and then a girl who was probably about 12, maybe 11, how to use her drop spindle that she got at Wisconsin Sheep and Wool, and it was a lot of fun. So then this month I'm teaching a mashup spinning, color spinning type class, and then next month I want to do a fractal spin. But I've spun fractal, but like my favorite is mashup. So I'm spinning fractal, like that's what I'm working on. So I picked it, and I that way I can have like a recently finished one to show them because I was looking through all my stuff and couldn't really find it. So this is the okay, so it's like totally washed out, but that's the
It's
braid. So I'm doing fractal spin. Anyways, so yeah. But that was fun. So I am like obsessed with those vintage cases. I got them on eBay for like really cheap. So here's a hint. If you're looking on eBay for one and you message them and ask them the size and the dimensions and then put it on your watch list, a lot of times they send you, oh, I'll give it to you for this much off. Because I wasn't going to get the blue one because I was waiting to hear about the green one, and my stuff fits in the green one. And then I had put the blue one on my watch list, and then they finally got back to me later. And so I was like, if they put it down to like $30, I'm going to buy it. And they did.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, I used the money from Dad and Mary for my birthday. So they were both birthday presents.
Very cool.
So yeah. Anyways, no spinning, you said. How about weaving? Have you done any weaving? No?
No, sadly, no.
I actually did a little bit over Christmas time. So I wove, let me find the picture. I am weaving on my loom. I have what is supposed to be houndstooth. I'm not sure if that is actually the truth because
It doesn't look like it.
no. And I'm like frustrated with it. It's looking cool. It doesn't really look houndstoothy. And I'm doing the pattern like they said, but it does not look like houndstooth.
It's
Anyway,
pretty, but doesn't houndstooth have like
yes?
teeth out of the squares? So yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm doing it how it says. I promise you I am. And I'm not sure. So then I also used my stupid rigid heddle, which is a Spears weaving loom, like a toy from the 60s. I got it on eBay years and years ago, and it's great. And it's not, it sucks. It has a metal heddle. I'm gonna see if I can. I don't know. It's just horrible. If you look it up,
Right.
Spears loom number 4 is what I have. So I made for Heather for Christmas. Heather's the yarn store owner. A hero cow because I was watching YouTube and I typed in weaving and came up and it's like you weave, you thread, you thread your heddle or you warp your heddle and then you leave like 16 inches not woven. You weave and then you weave the ends, those 16 inches of ends into the end. So
Yeah.
you have like a continuous cowl, like you've woven a continuous cowl and it has like crisscross here and then fringe at the front. So it's like a triangular cowl. It's
Mm-hmm.
cool. Look up hero cowl. You will see what I say. And it's amazing. And so I wove her one, but I was so unhappy with how it turned out. She likes it and she
Oh.
thinks it's wonderful. And I'm like, I owe you a good one because it's horrible. I don't have any pictures because I forgot to take pictures. I gave it to her. She loves it and wore it. So I texted her to send me pictures because she loves it. And she's like, well, I don't weave, so I don't know any better. And I'm like, I know better. And it's not good. I owe you a better woven thing. So I owe her a better woven thing. Anyways, um, I wove that over Christmas. We had our yarn store Christmas brunch lunch in January, so it was really nice because I could like use that time to do it. So yeah, but I
Mm-hmm.
just really don't like that loom. Um,
I hear you.
yeah. Anyways, I've been talking about weaving for like ever. All right, binging. Have you been reading or watching anything?
We watched through, or I watched through. I started watching Transplant, which is like a doctor show on Peacock. I want to say. I think it's on Peacock. Um,
Yeah.
but it's about a doctor who flees from Syria and he goes to it's a Canadian show apparently. But it goes to Canada and then has to like he was already a doctor, a surgeon, so he has to like re-go into the residency program um because he's a transplant into a new country. But there's only like 3 seasons, so then I got mad that it like stopped. But it was good. Um and that was fun. What else was I can't remember what we were watching with the kids. We're watching Percy Jackson on Disney Plus when that comes out. Though I think we're a couple behind because once Leah went back to school, we stopped. I think we're gonna wait until she'll be home this weekend, and we'll catch up a little bit. Though it only comes out every week, which I also don't like. I'm a binge type of person. I like to binge watch things. Um, we also Joe wanted to watch through Lord of the Rings, so we're watching the extended versions. So we watched the first 2 Lord of the Rings so far. But like we had to watch them in like half of it one night, half of the next. Like cuz there's like 4 hours long when you watch extended versions, like one movie is. But that's been
Oh
fun.
yeah, I did that. Christmas
But
crafting.
it's been forever since I watched them. Like I don't remember half of it. And I know I thought I read the books or listened to the books. But then I'm like, maybe I only listened to The Hobbit and I haven't listened through the actual Lord of the Rings. I don't know. Like it's been a long time. So then it
I
got me
have
thinking
them if
maybe
you
I
want
should
them.
do that with all my, existent time I have for audiobooks. I don't. Um but yeah. So that's
Yeah.
kind of it. I'm trying to think if there's something else we've been watching a lot. Not really. I don't know. Life is crazy. We're not home a lot, or when we are, like, I don't know, a little bit here and there. So that's it. Random
So
stuff.
I have been um so can we talk about how sucky Netflix is now? Now there's going to be commercials.
Yes.
Okay,
What?
piss me off. Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
serious? I'm gonna
Yeah. But you can
cry.
have it on two screens
No,
now. You can have it on two screens at the same time, but there's commercials
that
for the
is
same
complete
price.
and utter crap. That is not cool.
I know it isn't. If we didn't get it for free from T-Mobile, I probably would cancel it because they don't really have anything new on there that I want to watch anyways.
No. Oh my gosh.
Anyways, okay. I've been
Oh,
bin- I've
we
been
we watched.
binge watching. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say we watched. Truman picked a movie, Gran Turismo, which sorry, but it was actually a pretty good movie. Sorry. You can go on. It's about like they like made and it's based on a true story. I don't know. Watch
Yeah,
it if you're like cars or anything. You can go. That I just like that's what made me think of it.
that's fine. Anyways, so that kind of pissed me off. I am currently reading the Scholomance book, the first one by Naomi Novak, called A Deadly Education. It's kind of charming. Also, it's out of my it's a young adult book. I'm reading it, but
Okay.
it's not like angsty. It's more like the school is trying to kill them and they're just trying to survive. So, anyways, it's pretty good. It was recommended to me by Sarah Sriracha or Imagine Landscapes um, at SSK last year. So I'm actually reading it and I'm actually enjoying it. I finished reading halfway there a book. It was like a paranormal women's fiction book. So the ladies over 40 and all that stuff. I will say there was some stuff in there that I was kind of like, it kind of annoyed me. Like there's just some, anyway, you can read my Goodreads review. It's not like a huge long review, just a few things. And then I read the book called The Night Raven, and that was interesting. Um, it was like a first in a series. I'm not sure if I'm going to finish it. And then I read Stitches and Witches. It's a second in the Vampire Knitting Club series, which is a charming murder mystery, and it was fun. So there you go. Those are what I'm reading. So
Well,
I'm also watching Percy Jackson, and I am actually watching the new seasons of Traders.
oh,
It's like a reality
the
TV
girls
show.
the girls wanted to watch that, but we didn't. Is it like a come out every week type of thing?
The second season is. The first season is not.
Yeah.
The first season's all
We
in
already
there.
saw the first season was there like a year or two ago, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we watched that. So
So
that's
their
we were gonna
second
start
one is
watching
coming
that.
out slowly.
I can't stand that. Like I get
Yeah.
too
It's
like
good.
I don't.
It's really good. Yeah. So currently I'm binge watching Monk, mostly because Peacock, I think it is, has a new movie that they made, and it just kind of made me giggle because they were like, "Look, after 2020, everyone's like you," and they're like sanitizing and wiping everything down, and it just kind of made me laugh. Um, so I'm watching through that. I think I'm on like the sixth or seventh season now, so I'll watch the movie soon, and then I think I might watch through the Psych TV show and then watch those movies because I really liked those when I watched them before. Like I haven't finished the whole seasons. So I'm gonna do that. But yeah, those are what I'm like mainly watching. I've been picking up like here and there, Virgin River, the last season. And
I
here
need
and
to watch
there,
that.
I started this show called SkyMed. I think that's on Paramount or something. But I just started the first one.
Oh,
Um, and that's another one that has only a couple of seasons, but it was pretty interesting. So yeah, but that's about it.
I started watching. I
Okay.
forgot. And I didn't write it down,
So
but
that's about it. So let's talk about random randomness.
mm,
If you're
it's
there,
cutting me off now. I
can you
am.
hear me?
I can. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? No, you can't. Yes.
No, nothing. Maybe
Hello?
we can say goodbye. Should we say
I say
goodbye?
I
Hopefully it
can you
caught the rest of our thing.
can you hear me? No?
I can hear you.
Oh,
Yeah.
can you see me? Okay. Um I was going
Yeah,
to
I can
say
now.
so one thing I got from Christmas and it was late. So I didn't get it for a few weeks after Christmas from Gabe and Ruby was I asked for this container so I could make bread. Um
Oh, cool. The
so I
Cambro.
just put it in my a Cambro lid and then I can just pull out and make like one or two loaves at a time. Um but yeah, I was excited about that. But so I've been making a lot of bread lately. Just because I don't know, I guess I'm sick of buying it all the time and the kids like that stuff. So then I'm thinking I want to try doing sourdough. Have you done sourdough? Have you ever dove into that whole thing? Is it annoying? Should I try it or should I not? That was my question to you.
So you're cutting out.
Okay. Never mind. We can say bye.
I did not. Okay. I did not hear it. Now I can hear you. What was your question?
I would say we can say bye. It's fine.
Oh,
I
it's
no
cutting out again.
yeah.
Live stream. All right. So I will say goodbye.
Bye.
We will catch you guys next month. Um, the Weasley Sisters podcast.wordpress.com. If I can get it to end.